My son is forcing my family to learn a new language. And I couldn't be happier. I 30F am very hard of hearing. I was in a bad accident several years ago and lost most of my hearing. I also suffered a traumatic brain injury, but have since learned a lot of techniques to keep it from hindering my daily life. Before the accident, I was learning sign language because I worked with a lot of deaf people. Afterwards, I threw myself into learning the language and also learning to lip read. I am very good at lip reading, probably understand about 50 and figure out the rest with context clues. My family didn't flat out refuse to learn for me, but no one really took initiative. They honestly can't be bothered, really. It's not malicious on their part, but it's clearly an inconvenience, which I understand. Still, family gatherings can be really tough, with feeling left out. However, 19 months ago, I had my son, and then a daughter 6 months ago. My son has a few words that he knows, but he knows a lot of sign. He can tell me what he wants to eat, where he wants to go, how he's feeling tired, hungry, thirsty, etc. He can describe animals and even tell me what movie or show he wants to watch. My point is, he is a very good communicator in sign language. Mine and my husband's families think it's adorable, but it also means, if they want to properly communicate with him, they need to learn the language he is most familiar with. Most people just ask me what he's saying, but if they're around him enough, like my in-laws and my brothers, they've started learning by proxy. There was a small event recently that really triggered everyone to learn more in the last couple of weeks. My son fell and hit his head, resulting in the need for a CT scan. The tech had to strap him down, kinda swaddle him, which 100 took away the use of his hands. He was really scared and pretty upset and told me so when he could use his hands again. When I mentioned it to my family, I think it made it really clear to a lot of them how important signing is for him. It honestly doesn't really bother me that much that nobody ever learned for me, but I am absolutely over the moon that they're learning for my son. Even though I know that one day, when my son starts communicating more and more by speaking, they probably won't keep it up and forget, but the fact that they're willing to do it for the time being is enough for me.